He was living in a van. A teenage boy, sleeping in parking lots with his family. No money. No fame. No future. But he had one thing the world couldn't take from him. A dream. And that dream would one day fill movie theaters across the planet. This is the untold story of Jim Carrey, the man who laughed his way out of poverty. In the early 1970s, Jim's father lost his job. Overnight, his family went from middle class to homeless. They parked their van near a factory, living day by day. Jim was just a kid, angry, scared, and full of energy he couldn't explain. At 15, he dropped out of school to work as a janitor, cleaning floors while others chased their dreams. But every night he stood in front of the mirror and made faces. He practiced characters, voices, comedy. Alone but alive. Imagine being a janitor, but deep inside you believe you're meant to make the world laugh. That's not delusion. That's destiny whispering. Jim started performing stand-up comedy in Toronto. He bombed. Over and over. Audiences booed him, clubs kicked him out. But he never stopped. He studied every failure like a scientist. Tweaked every punchline, every facial move. Every fail was just training. Every no was fuel. Then one night, something changed. The audience laughed. Then cheered. Jim Carrey had found his rhythm. He moved to Hollywood. But Hollywood didn't care. He was broke again. Living on couches, invisible. And then, one of the strangest things happened. Jim drove to the Hollywood Hills, took out a blank check, and wrote 10,000 for acting services rendered. Dated 1995. He put it in his wallet and said, "This is who I'm becoming." 2 years later, Ace Ventura hits theaters. Then, The Mask. Then, Dumb and Dumber. The world finally saw the man behind the dream. In 1995, the exact year he wrote that check, Jim Carrey was paid $10 million for Dumb and Dumber. Coincidence? Or the moment when belief meets destiny? He went from cleaning toilets to becoming one of Hollywood's most beloved actors. But his real story wasn't about money. Years later, Jim said something the world needed to hear. "I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer." Dreams don't work unless you believe, even when no one else does. From a van to a vision, Jim Carrey didn't just chase success. He became the proof that belief creates reality. Follow @SuccessMind, because maybe right now your story is still in Act 1. In the vibrant comedy clubs of Toronto, Jim honed his craft, each setback a stepping stone toward his dreams. With every laugh that echoed through the room, he felt the pulse of possibility. He learned to channel his frustrations into humor, transforming pain into punchlines that resonated with audiences. Each night became a testament to his resolve, the stage a sacred space where he could unleash his wild imagination. Even when the nights felt long and the odds insurmountable, Jim remained undeterred, driven by an unwavering belief in his own magic. Ultimately, he understood that every ounce of struggle was merely a prelude to the masterpiece that awaited him. He wasn't just performing, he was weaving a tapestry of identity through laughter. As the audience roared, he discovered that every quirky gesture brought him closer to his truth. One particularly electric night shifted everything, when a heckler's jeer turned into applause, illuminating the turning tide. Jim seized that moment, transforming doubt into a whirlwind of creativity, each joke a thread binding him to his destiny. With newfound confidence, he envisioned the future he had always dreamed, where his talent could shine beyond the confines of obscurity. That vision lit a fire within, inspiring him to leap into the unknown. In the relentless pursuit of his passion, Jim faced countless rejections, but each disappointment only fueled his determination. He vowed never to let his dreams wane, often immersing himself in the rich tapestry of comedy history, analyzing masters like Richard Pryor and George Carlin. It was within those late-night introspections, filled with laughter and heartache, he discovered his unique voice. Scene after scene, he crafted characters that reflected the absurdity of life, unafraid to dive into the depths of his own insecurities. As the spotlight beckoned, Jim understood that vulnerability was not a weakness, but rather the secret ingredient to authentic storytelling. In those dimly lit clubs, he pieced together not only jokes, but also fragments of his soul, unapologetically inviting the audience to share in his journey. The world outside his van began to shift, and whispers of his name traveled through the industry like wildfire. Little did he know, destiny was on the cusp of an extraordinary transformation. As momentum built, Jim felt the walls of doubt begin to crumble. Doors that had once remained firmly shut now flung open, revealing opportunities he had only dared to dream about. Each performance ignited his spirit, empowering him to not just seek approval, but to embrace rejection as part of the process. His energy was infectious, and people started to take notice. Inspired by his relentless pursuit, he soon found himself sharing the stage with established comedians, each new encounter fueling his ambition further. Jim's heart raced with the thrill of it all, realizing that he was no longer just a spectator in his life, but an active participant in writing his story, one laugh at a time. In the midst of these exhilarating performances, an unexpected phone call rattled Jim's complacency. It was a talent agent, intrigued by the whispers surrounding his acts, offering him the chance to showcase his gift on a bigger stage. With a mix of nervousness and determination, Jim took a deep breath and accepted the opportunity. This was the moment he had worked tirelessly for, a chance to leap from the shadows of his past into the spotlight he had always envisioned. Little did he know, this would be the pivotal turning point in his journey toward becoming a household name.